This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good morning, my Real News Media TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a productive day. And in the news this morning for October 2, 2023, Mark X, a driver involved in fatal Trelawney accident on the run. The Trelawney police are trying to locate the driver of the Toyota Mark X motorcar who reportedly fled the scene after an accident which left a 30-year-old hotel worker, Jamaica Johnson, dead and the two other people injured Sunday morning. Reports are that Johnson, who was off a Buttop Albertown Trelawney address, was on her way to work in a white Toyota Mark X motorcar with registration number 8253KP. While traveling along the Hyde Hall Main Road in the parish, the driver was attempting to negotiate a corner when he lost the control of the vehicle, which plunged into a ditch. 3 occupants of the vehicle sustained injuries and were taken to the Falmouth Public General Hospital, where Johnson was pronounced dead. The condition of one of the 2 individuals hospitalized is considered as serious. The Trelawney police are investigating. Cayman Islands police seize gun used in killings in Jamaica. Police Commissioner of the Cayman Islands, Derek Byrne, said members of the Royal Cayman Islands Police Service recently seized a firearm that was used in at least 5 murders in Jamaica. The commissioner told reporters that one of the many enhancements he has presided over during the last 7 years was the development of ballistics, and based on this, the territory is now a regional hub for firearms forensics. Since he took over the reins of the RCIPS, Byrne has presided over the most significant budgets in its history, adding that the enhancements of the service led to significant successes, such as connecting the gun, which had made its way to the Cayman Islands and is now part of a major investigation with the 5 killings in Jamaica dating back to 2019. He said that the relationship with Jamaica remains very important, as many of the guns found there originated from Jamaica, which is also figured as being a source for most marijuana and other drug shipments. Byrne, who is leaving the job in less than a week, will pass on the baton to Commissioner-designate Kurt Walton. 90% of motorcyclists who die in crashes had no helmet on. Chairman of the National Road Safety Council, Dr. Lucian Jones, says that recent data has revealed that most the motorcyclists who die in crashes were not wearing a helmet. Dr. Jones made the disclosure at a project steering committee meeting of the National Helmet Wearing Coalition project, which was held recently at the offices of JN Foundation on Belmont Road in St. Andrew. Our data show that 90% of motorcyclists who died on our roads were not wearing a helmet. The helmet use is not very high in Jamaica, he noted during the steering committee meeting. Dr. Terry Smith, principal scientist at Galetos LLC, based in the United States, who presented compelling evidence of the helmet's life-saving potential, underscored that the mission of the coalition should be to ensure that helmets are firmly secured on the heads of motorcyclists, emphasizing the pivotal role they play in reducing fatalities. Your mission, therefore, becomes to get helmets on the heads of motorcyclists. If we can get helmets on their heads, we can start to make a difference, he pointed out to the steering committee. The committee was formed following the signing of an agreement with the National Road Safety Council, JN Foundation, and the FIA Foundation to establish the National Helmet Wearing Coalition project. The 3-year agreement, valued at €750,000, was signed in August. One major concern discussed by the committee was the influx of counterfeit and substandard helmets into the country. Dr. Smith strongly advocated for strict measures to regulate the importation of such inferior products, which offer little to no protection in the event of a crash. He argued that eliminating these counterfeit helmets from the market is essential for the safety of motorcyclists. I think we should try to get them under control, that is, try and eliminate the counterfeit helmets because they are not as protective as the qualified product, he suggested to address the problem. Conrad Wigan, chairman of Island Bikers Association and who is also a member of the committee, said the importers of the bags get the helmets at no cost to them, and these helmets often fall below the required standards that would offer some level of protection in the event of a crash. It is so cheap that the manufacturers distribute it to the importers at no cost. But what we need to do is stop the importers from bringing in the counterfeit helmets with the motorcycles. That would stop the inferior helmets from entering Jamaica, he opined. Citing Jamaican legislation, Dr. Smith suggested that Jamaica's regulations should require that importers obtain a test report to show that the helmets which are imported are compliant with the regulations for those helmets to be imported into the country. Other members of the committee who were present include Dr. Paris Lou Ayi, Vice President of Private Sector Organization of Jamaica, Reverend Jason Donor, President of Men of God Against the Violence and Abuse, Orville Johnson, Executive Director of Insurance Association of Jamaica, Errol Edwards, President of Jamaica Gasoline Retailers Association, Ambassador Alison Stone Roof, and Claudine Allen, General Manager of JN Foundation. The National Helmet Wearing Coalition project's efforts to promote helmet use and eliminate counterfeit products signal a crucial step toward enhancing road safety in Jamaica, ultimately saving lives and preventing tragic motorcycle crashes. Transport Minister seeks to address a denial of insurance to EV drivers. Minister of Science, Energy, Telecommunication and Transport Darrell Vaz says his ministry is currently looking into the issue of some insurance companies' refusal to insure electric vehicles. The minister said he was hearing for the first time about the issue, which was brought to his attention last week in a news business report. It is something that the ministry is looking into based on the complaint that was made. But the policy as it stands does allow for used and new electric vehicles, stated Vaz. In the news report published last Wednesday, a lecturer in the Department of Life Sciences at the University of the West Indies, Mona, Dr. Dwight Robinson, said he purchased an EV in September but was unable to get it insured comprehensively with his insurance company of the West Indies. According to the article, President of ICWI Paul Layler said that the company would only refuse to insure an EV if it is a car imported by an individual or entity that is not one of the registered new car dealers, or if it is an imported used EV. The insurance company has the right to decide whether they want to insure or what type of vehicle, whether new or used, but the bottom line is that the policy, which is what government is responsible for, allows for both. So it is something that we will have to look into to see exactly what the issues are, stated Vaz. I suspect that the issue of the charging of the electric vehicles and the fact that there has been some reported incidents of fire, which obviously nobody knows what the true situation is in terms of the cause of the fire, might be the cause of this decision by the insurer, said Vaz, noting that the government will speak on the matter in due course. In the article, Robinson said that the issue is something government should look into, considering its push for EVs. In June of last year, Cabinet approved a policy to incentivize the importation of EVs. Government had also announced that it is making adjustments to the motor vehicle import policy to accommodate an EV concessional rate of 10%. Vaz asked if the development is a blow to the government's push for EVs, said no, because the truth of the matter is that EV is a new technology, and I believe that once it shows that it can perform and that the vehicles are roadworthy and of course safe, the panic and the concerns will die down. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.